Hi guys, today we will cover how to store how many elements are present against us XPath and how we can store any attribute like a title and attribute like a class, how many class are present and name of classes, and you can also store a result of checkbox. So you will also able after see this video to store a image of any element, which is a major part of this tutorial. Okay, so we'll start from here. Firstly, we will cover store attribute. Store attribute, actually in a first parameter you will need to give here element, like here element, and next we will go in its source code and you will see here actually it's a no have any attribute, so we'll cover here table row, and you can see that its attribute class and its value is success, so we will store it like here. You can see that here is a table row, and here we will give this symbol and with attribute name, like here is our targeted attribute is class, so we will give here class, and next parameter is a variable which is used to store its value, like here attribute. So to give here just you can see that it's a store success, actually it's a value of this attribute. So the our next command is storeChecked, and its use just check that your checkbox is checked or not. So we will use it and how it's used and what's its usage in automation we will see here. Like firstly we will select here, we will give in a location of our checkbox. So firstly we will search here checkbox. So for it we will just make here checkbox. So for this only we will create here a checkbox by just this method, like here you can see that it's here type checkbox, and here we'll give and just click here, and now it's saved. You can see here is a checkbox and we will check it here, but before we test it it's check or not, so first select here, and after selection we'll go here and give here value, give here a variable name where store its value is true or not. So we will collect here just like is it checked. So just we will play this line. Now we can see that here is false because it's not checked, so it's return false just, and when we will click here and after it we will select checked its result again. After run this line you can see that now it's turned true, so it's mean that it's used for only check that this checkbox is checked or not. So we'll move on to next command, and maybe it's very useful command for you. Here it's a store image. Actually we can use it collect a image of an element which we like or like to scrap an image. So firstly just we will give here xpath of our locator. So select here, like I want to store this image, so I will target it in a xpath, and here I will give a variable where it's stored, and remember that you should give here in a png format. So here is a im.png. So when I will run this line we can see in a screenshot that im.png, you can see that here it's available. So it's very useful command for collect image. So next our targeted command is store text. It's also very useful command, but will it's also useful command store text, and here we will give its location of our targeted element. Like here is our previous locator, so I want to store just text of this, so I will give here a variable name. So here it's a variable name will be text, and when you will run this file you will also see in variable section it's a value of text variable. You can see here it's a store image. Maybe you are understand properly store text. And next our next command is store title, and it's actually used to just verify that it's used just store title. Actually this is used to just verify that is it like your expectation of your title of your page. Like you can see here it's a title of pages, store image, and so on. And here mm, we will just here store in a variable, and we can confirm that it's according to our expectation or not this page. So we'll store this. You can see that it's a title of this page, and you can see it. And next our next command is store title. Oh no, actually our next command is store value. Actually it's a useful command in case of when you want to store a value of any input, like input with the type of checkbox. And it's also attribute of value, and it will store its a value. So like in case of selection, and in case of input box for email or password. So we'll cover here. Here is our just experiment, but we will check here. Is it possible there? Is it possible or not that is a input type password and id pass. You can see here, actually here is a input box where we can enter a password. In case of enter password, here you can see only asterisk. And when we will choose here store value, and here we'll target our input box, and here is value. So we'll store here, and when we will run it, and you can see that now we can see our password, entered password. It's very useful, and you can store your input in input value in a variable. So our next command will be store xpathCount. It's a useful command in case of when you have a lot of number of element with a similarity in similar page. So we can detect how many elements are present. Like I want to store xpath, just how many number of element are present, just input. So how many number of element are present, input tag. So I will store in this variable, and it will just return a number of input. You can see that actually here is a 5 number of input are present. And if we will search in a source code, and we will also see that 5 number of element about input tag are available. So you can confirm by you that it's right or not, but according to my it's right. So you can confirm it. And in this case we will just detect how many table element are present in our count page. So give here table tag and click on it. You can see that it's a 1 because here is maybe this table which is detected. And I also see that no any more table is present in this page. And now we'll see how many number of anchor tag. So I will run this line, you can see that total number of a tag is 42, and you can use this command in different ways. So if you have any question about automation or about this tutorial, you can give below in a comment. I will try to respond you as soon as possible.